I'm just more comfortable standing. Brian Srikanchana, and my background is an Atlanta native. I went to Georgia Tech, studied biomedical engineering, and I lead a startup in the Tech's incubator, HEDC, called Work Ready Grab. And what I'm interested in doing is figuring out, initially started out, how can we help STEM employers build more robust local talent pipelines? Before we got to that, I guess shift in what our company is, the first question we're trying to solve is, how do we scale the great experience I had in the alumni mentoring program, at Georgia Tech? And we identified going from upperclassmen in college to being in industry, that not only are students feeling anxiety trying to figure out what will I do and how will I get there, but employers also are feeling frustration over how I identify the right talent and grow my organization efficiently. And so the one hypothesis that we've had in the pilots that we've been implementing is that if we can connect students earlier on with alumni mentors and with local industry, then we can accelerate the development of their EQ, their emotional intelligence, about what does it mean to be successful, beyond just high GPA, high standardized test scores, and instead we can help them understand earlier on a more concrete definition of what is success in terms of what will I want to do, and for that, what specific skills do I need, experiences should I pursue, and network should I be building, even before I need that network with current professionals. Our initial pilots have been with college students at Georgia Tech in Morehouse, some with at Kennesaw State, and over the last couple of years we've also done pilots working with younger students in the Army JROTC in Atlanta Public Schools, at the Career Academy in Noonan, Georgia, with Mark Whitlock. And I'm actually part of a NSF grant over at Centennial Elementary, which was one of the first STEM-themed schools in Atlanta, where once a month, this is outside my company, but just one grant I'm a part of, I'm bringing STEM professionals into the classroom to talk to 3rd to 5th graders about how there is a real-world relevance to what they're learning, whatever the curriculum topic may be at the moment. And at first, the way the grant was set up, we were trying to bring in physical professionals into the classroom, and that was just too difficult to work out with everyone's busy schedule. So what it has become is monthly Skype sessions with professionals in Georgia, in STEM, talking about what they do, how they got there, and then fielding dozens of questions from 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. And so one question I'm trying to explore and figure out is how do we, number one, effectively help students to understand there's so much they don't know. How do we inspire them to see all the potential out there, help them to assess, where am I now in my current skills and abilities, and how big is that gap between this aspiration I've identified, which I didn't know about before, and then most importantly, where are the resources locally or online through MOOCs or what have you, so I can fill that gap and accelerate my preparation. Because so far, most of our students, when they're learning about their careers through a variety of tests that they'll take through career services or what have you, are very kind of encyclopedic in nature, where you'll read about a rigid definition of a career, but I'm trying to figure out through the pilots of our technology, instead of the encyclopedic definitions of these professionals, how can we do a better job of capturing the success stories of alumni from their high schools, from their colleges, talking about what they actually do day to day, the classes they took, the teachers with industry connections, the internships that help guide them along the way, so that after they've been inspired, there's a what's next. Because if you think about even like the career days that take place now versus 30 years ago, they're probably very similar. They'll bring in a speaker. That speaker may or may not be effective at motivating the audience, but say they do. Say they're highly motivational. Well, what is the what next for our students? Typically, there's not much of anything. So is there a way that we can have the right programming and the right technology that makes it easier for more of industry to get engaged in a way that doesn't take a lot of time, too much effort, that can fit in their schedules, and can be presented in a way to impact students at scale so that not only are they getting inspired, but they're taking more ownership over their education, where it's not just something they have to go through as an expectation of the family or requirement of the state, but what they're doing every day is a stepping stone that they're excited about because it's aligned with something they want to do in the future, some type of goal they set or some passion they've identified. How can we transform education so that, again, it's something that they're excited about? So anyhow, that's work ready grant.